club, some ride with us. It ain't no lacking, jaw chatty, and they reppin' that bike life. We all come together and we do it for bike life. Beach cruisers, custom bikes, and even trike life. Ride all summer, I welcome you all to bike life. Life behind bars is much more than a name now. We all live a life, we all do the same thing now. When we out there on the road, it ain't no giving up. And when you fall behind, I suggest that you pedal up. I'm doing the Friday night groove with the pedal up. This is bike life music, we all pedal up. We roll out on time, it ain't no holding up. We came to ride, you gon' ride with pedal up. We ain't like them other clubs, some ride with us. It ain't no lacking, jaw jacking, we gon' get it in.
Camisweras. Vegas strong, son.
What's up, everybody? And we're live. How's everybody doing? It's your boy Tony Vegas and my man
Danny's son.
from the Pedals Up Podcast. We are actually home. We are here. We're granted. We're here. That last month has been a little hectic month, but you guys have been still rocking with us while we've been changing rooms, and now we're in this big studio, bigger studio than before. So we're excited. Thank you guys. Thank you, PJ and Polly, for that.
Timing, patience, everything worked out. Yo,
yes.
man, but you can still find us everywhere, though, man. So
Yes.
let them know where they can find us.
So we have all this social media that we got that we're on part of now. We are on Facebook, okay, which are watching us now, Facebook Live. Subscribe on YouTube. We're also live there also. And we're on Spotify, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. So there is really no excuse to not listen to us. If you don't want to listen to us, then don't listen to us. It's okay. But, we do this in a positive way as much as possible for everybody to enjoy this. So, yeah.
Because it's that, like, how does it go? Like, hey, man, these guys are going to blow up. When these guys are going to blow up? It's like, well, the only way we're going to blow up, son, is if it gets shared. If you share it, if you like it. We love that you guys rock with us and you're here with us every Thursday night. We do appreciate that. It's not a race. We don't need to get there right now.
Nope.
But, you know what I'm saying? We are on that track, on that road. We are trying. We're trying to that consistency, like Tony said. We've been moving and everything. But the thing that's been consistent is you can find us on all that stuff.
On the social
the
medias.
other thing, too, that's been great is that makes this happen is our sponsors.
Our sponsors have been great. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. We're going to go through them sponsors right now. Bike Lifestyle Apparel. If you want to look the part and feel the part and, you want to have the game on that bike, you got to go with Bike Lifestyle Apparel because he's got the proper swag for you. I'm telling you right now.
And he has stuff for the ladies.
The ladies,
so, Yeah, man. And for kids, too, I believe. Got stickers, patches, all that stuff, son. So follow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And who else we got? Oh, Bassett, Mr. Bill. You see Bassett? You see him racing, boy? That boy right there is racing now.
That's motivation, inspiration.
That's motivation.
For, you know what I mean? Not only does he talk the talk, but he also walks it, son. So it's kind of one of those, like, put your money where your mouth is, and he's doing it, man. Like, and it humbles because that's when you find out where you at.
Yes. And who else we got? Oh, Mr. HB. That's such a cool dude.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he has been putting some work. You've been seeing all the new stuff that he's coming out, man. He's always been doing work, but it's been, like, more consistent, like, a lot.
And that's great, man, because, again, to find that motivation when you have your own shop, when you do this for yourself, like, like others know that, you got to have that drive, that self-discipline, which he has to be pumping all this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of love and passion for it, so we do appreciate you still rocking with us, sir.
Yes, and a hell of a guy right there.
Yes, sir.
And we got 619 Lowrider Bikes and Parts.
Show him the shirt. Well, anyways, he's rocking the shirt.
I'm rocking the shirt today, boy. I'm rocking the shirt today. So Lowrider Bikes and Parts. Make sure to check him out, man. He's got all the swag for that low, for the low riders. Not the low price. And he ships. So y'all don't want to drive anywhere and pick shit up. Just go, hey man, ship it to me. There you go. So who else we got? Mr. Brad Marlin, dude.
Saw that Bassett,
Oh, guy, that Bassett
on another level, smooth.
That Bassett's on a whole different level. Yeah,
a Ducati level on the Lamborghini level.
Right now is like the yeah.
He needs a leather jacket.
It's a Maserati right now.
Leather jacket with the hat for this one.
I'm telling you, right now.
Tight.
He went over there to Riverside to go ride with the other Bassett guys, with the heavy hitters.
Yes.
Because they all have Bassett. Yeah. Now they all want their bikes to be electric.
I get it, man.
Which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. It rolls so nice.
You can ride and ride and ride. The only thing is the seats on those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You gotta get comfortable.
You gotta get those comfortable seats. But
the bumpies did not appreciate it.
So thank you very much, Mr. Brad Marlin, for being one of our sponsors. Thank you very much. And who else we got? Ooh, Mr. Jimmy Peak.
Yo, man, he's been pumping out videos, too. So if you haven't seen, I think we shared the links. But if you haven't followed, go on his page, Peak Cycles, the channel on YouTube, and really, man, subscribe, because a lot of good info out there. I love when he puts his videos together, man. Just the story about the whole the John Brain Lifetime Achievement Award. He puts a lot of thought behind this stuff, and not only that, man, you learn a lot from the fabrication videos, which I do appreciate. Where I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I'm like, I didn't know how to do all that stuff. But when you see it in a video, you're like, it's cool to see the process and someone who knows how to explain it. So shout out to Jimmy Peak and Peak Cycles.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe. All right, who else we got?
Oh, the E3 School of Engraving. Yeah, man. I'll probably, hopefully, maybe hit him up tomorrow. Stop by, because I do got another sprocket and another, what do you call it?
Stem?
Yeah, another stem, a matching one. This time it's a black and chrome. So
ooh,
yeah, so I'm gonna be putting it out there.
For raffle?
Yeah, wow.
We don't know.
We'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying?
We will
so
see.
I gotta stop by, but I think it's fire, son. So
you'll see.
Yeah, it's something to really appreciate. So again, man, if you're interested in learning how to engrave, there's the E3 School of Engraving. He always constantly puts the schedule there, so that way you know and you're in the know. So there it is.
Yeah, guys. Why pay all that money for engraving with somebody else when you can do it
just
yourself?
learn it yourself, man.
All right, Mr. Delta Cruisers. This guy right here has been putting a lot of heat out there with his bikes and stuff. So we wanted to give a shout out. Thank you very much for being one of our sponsors. You know, I like that Basurita.
That's a badass bike. I think we rode with it in Arizona with that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a badass.
That was
bike.
a scraper.
A scraper.
But he was riding it.
All right, and shout out to your dad, Mr. Jesse. All right, who's next? Is that all? That was it.
Kill.
Wow, we went through those quick.
Oh yeah, son. So
hey, let's just go through the rides real quick.
Yeah, let's go through the rides.
We just jump into everything real quick so we can talk about. We can have the rest of the show to talk about Chicago. Go ahead, put that up there.
So then this one is going down Sunday, October 31st. I know there's already the Facebook page and all that stuff, and then the day before there's another memorial going on, and this is out in Sacramento, California. But the ride itself is Southside Park. And they are meeting at noon, and the ride itself it's at 1, and raffle, and it's gonna be a good time, man. And again, for a great for just a good time, man, just to be out there. And again, man, spread that good fuckery, yo.
Spread that good fuckery. Shout outs to Adam. All right, who else?
And then we got this one is for Saturday, December 4th. So it's one of those save the date. And this one will be happening at noon. And this one is out in Redlands, yo. This is going to be with Southeast Barcata. And it's a toy drive and bike show and ride. So, yeah, man. So it's going to be a good time. So, again, man, this is Saturday, December 4th, happening at noon. And this is Skatecraft Brewery out in Redlands. And, again, man, it's a bike show noon to 2 p.m. and then pedals up for the ride at 3 p.m.
Can't wait to that Christmas ride, guys. Remember the
good
Christmas?
Oh man, it's good times.
Vegas. All right, who is next? Oh yes. So it's the Coyote Voodoo 2021, November 5th, 6th, and 7th,
so
Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, the main day is going to be the 6th, but it's going to be a 3-dayer. So you guys, if you guys are going to go to Arizona or you guys are in Arizona, this is going to be a great ride. So Pedals Up Podcast is planning to be there and MC it and everything, and have a good time and hang out with everybody. It's going to be a great time.
And shout out to them, man, because they themselves have been pushing it out there, and there's a lot of great information if you need somewhere to stay and all that. They have the QR codes with all the info of where to stay. All the info is out there, man, so follow if you're going out there on the Facebook page. Yes. And the cool thing is, man, when we're out to a lot of these places, a lot of times they're like, well, I can't come to Vegas. Well, maybe you can't come to Vegas and ride with us, but maybe you're closer to Arizona, or maybe because I got hit up, man, from when we were out in Chicago. People are like, hey, yo, man, I was close to Chicago, and they couldn't make it out, but I'm like, yo, again, maybe we can meet halfway or somewhere, and Arizona is a great place. So if you're around November 5th, 6th, and the 7th, that's a good place to be, man. Yeah,
so they're gonna be there. So it's gonna be a good time. This is how you do flyers. This is how you do information for your rides. And if you're gonna have a really large event, they stay on top of it. So because there's 1,800 of them.
Oh man, they've been pushing it. So again, that's what I'm saying, man. Shout out to them because they themselves have been really pushing this and really promoting it. So yeah, that's cool.
Right. What's next one?
And then this is going down October 30th.
Big ass iPad.
Oh, yeah. This is going down in Yuma's, yo. So, again, man, this is...
the Cyclists.
Yeah. So, this is a Saturday, right? Because this is the 30th?
Yes. So Saturday the 30th.
And, again, man, a lot of great information, as you can see from all the stuff on the flyer. Man, it's gonna be a lot of good stuff. I'm over here rating and stuff.
There's a lot of rides everywhere, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rides everywhere. There's plenty of places to pick.
But yeah, man, wear your best costumes and come out trick or treat with us. Award for best decorated trunk. So it's them. What do you call it? The trunk and treat. So this is gonna be, you know what I mean, all kinds of stuff. So if you're out there for a good time, come out there. And this is October 30th. And what time are they meeting? It says. Right there, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then again, man, another They're great with the info. So the Facebook page is there, the Instagram, everything is there for all the updates and everything. So yeah, man. Again, this is October 30th.
All right.
That's cool, man. I've been seeing already a lot of people dressing up, starting like already today.
Yes. Yes. What else is next?
This one is October 30th. You came as a vampire today over here talking about you want to suck my what? I was like, what? Get out of here with your vampireness.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm like talking about everyone coming with their costumes. That's why I said you came all vampire earlier in my ear talking about you wanted to suck my, and I was like, what? Fucking vampire over here. October 30th, yo. This is another, again, the costume. Yeah. Costume ride out, yo. So again, man, Cakes and Surfella ride out. Man, they be killing it on their bikes when they be what's that, surfing?
Yeah.
Man, they be getting it in. Yeah. So again, this is out in Long Beach, and meet up at 12 p.m. right out at 1, and this is October 30th. And again, man, wear your costume.
All right. What else is next?
And this is actually going down on Halloween. This is the 1031 San Diego Electric parade going down. So they meet up at 4 and then they ride at 7, and then, you know, they'll have bikes, they'll have all that stuff set up for you again. And again, man, bring your costumes because it's gonna be a good time. Maybe a sweater because it's starting to get cold, you know what I'm saying? But definitely it's gonna be cool, man. I love seeing when they have all the lights and the music and all that stuff, man. It's like, it is like straight up like a parade. I dig that stuff, man.
Yep. So it's gonna be a good ride.
Yeah.
What else we got?
And then this is going down October 30th. This is with Fishtails. Again, man, if you're showing, I believe you have to register, so send the info because Best of Show is a G. And again, this is all custom bicycles, strollers, and wagons welcome. This is going down in Long Beach from noon to 5.
$1,000?
Yeah, man. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of badass everything out there because I've been seeing people like I follow for motorcycles and cars that are like, it's going to be a good show, man. So if you got a badass bike, which I'm sure there's going to be some badass ones out there, man. So, yeah.
All right. Is that the last ride? Is that it? All right. We went through all the rides. We did everything. We just smashed it.
And then also had one from the Francisco said, I know from Mexico. It was a little late, but there's one going down in Saturday, November 5th. There is a Facebook. It says Paseo Ciclista Nocturno Día de Muertos, Ciudad Mexico. So there is a Facebook page for that, and yeah, again, look it up. Yeah.
So, and then also we want to give a personal shout out. A fantastic shout out to Pookie and Mad Dog out in Chicago for inviting us to their home and taking care of us over there and everything, because it was an amazing time. We got to see a bunch of stuff, and they told us the history about them and how they met and how long they've been riding. And Pookie, it took us everywhere on the bikes, and it was just and Mad Dog was going from spot to spot with the cooler, and we meet up in one spot and then we get some drinks there and stuff. So it was an amazing time, and it was an honor to stay in your guys' home. So thank you guys very much. And she gave us some whistles, so we're rocking the whistles. Yeah.
Yeah, personalized, and she does, you know, like her little jewelry thing. It's a lot of cool stuff, man. This is real cool. Like I'm digging see the colors. I don't know if you noticed the colors, but
I got the Mexican colors.
Backwards,
because I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican right
now.
You
can flip it around, son.
No, fool, I'm Mexican right now. Fool.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. This
guy.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. But yeah, we got some cool. So check out
personalized. Right
there is our Instagram, and you guys want to check it out.
But like Tony really said, man, we cannot thank you guys enough. I mean, man,
it was an amazing
time. Pookie even took he took one for the team, son, because they are Chicago OGs out there. You know what I'm saying? So we were riding a route. When was this for Saturday night or
when he rode the trailer?
No, when he took one for the team, son. When we got there, like, she let him have it, son, for keeping us out in Chirac.
Oh yeah, It was
again, man, some Chicago. But you know what, though, man?
We'll let you know in a minute. Yeah, and then we also want to give another shout out to all the Chicago family. the Chicago Brothers House.
Chi-Town Cruisers.
Chi-Town Cruisers. Hey, thank you guys very much.
And all the family.
Las señoritas,
man.
muchas gracias por la comida que hicieron. Muchas gracias por hacerlo. And you know, and you saw Joel and Rudy getting down on the grill, you know, doing their thing. So it was a really cool time, and we got to see all their house, and it was just an amazing time. We didn't even have to ride Sunday. Like, I didn't care to ride on Sunday because we rode a lot.
It's just very humbling, man,
it was
for
very humbling.
all of them to come out. Because, I mean, Pookie, like, his brothers, I think it was like 4 of them that came out. You know what I'm saying? And then Thomas came out, too, and then Skip.
Yeah, we made some great friends with them, yes.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, and again, man, the Chi-Town Cruisers, the Chicago Tail Draggers, the Classic Cruisers. Shout out to Bobby and Sandra out there.
Sandra, we saw them out there.
We didn't really get to ride with them because, man, from our journey, starting from Pookie's house to get over to where we met up with them, we got there late already because we was riding and stopping everywhere because it's our first time going out there, so we was really taking pictures everywhere, man. Every opportunity we didn't want to miss up because we're like, it's our first time here, you know what I'm saying? And Pookie really, that's why I'm like humbled by this, man. Like they took us in and. Like, he really, I mean, it couldn't have been any better. The weather, like, right when we got there, it stopped raining.
It stopped raining, and then it was sunny, and then the next day it was sunny and beautiful.
Like, Chicago tried to give us a little taste of the wind, but it was like it wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. Like, I had the windbreaker. I guess I was breaking that shit because we was rolling through it. You know what I mean? I think the thing that suffered more was the buttocks, the glutes. But then, hey, one thing I discovered, these seat pans and flat ones, the ones with no shock, is just a pan, just a
curved one?
A pan. Like, that's what it is, just a pan, son. Yo, them things is comfortable. Like, comfortable.
Danny rode 49 miles, 50 miles with that seat.
Comfortable. Like, it was even, like, curved up like that for, like, the boys. It had the...
It was holding the boys like this.
You know what I mean? Like, I did one time, though, because I launched off. Ooh. It didn't quite pop, yo, but that mug just, oh, son, they almost got that grape.
And who else we got for the shout out? The whole Chicago crew. They were, dude. The homies out there. That was our first night. That we rode 32 miles, 30 plus miles on the BMXs at night, and it was such a beautiful time. So we wanted to give a shout out to all you guys that rode with us that day.
And then Alex over there having problems both times, I think, with his bikes, and I think Joel too. The cranks, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Joel still he rode it. He still rode it, but, you know, it was a great time to hang out with all you guys. They just showed us a really, really good time in Chicago. So if you guys ever want to go to a really, really good ride and a long ride and a lot of things to see, you have to go to Chicago. Hit up Pookie, and they will show you a good time over there.
Damn, I don't know how many times Gary Melapelas.
Gary Melapelas.
You need to make a shirt with that.
Yeah, Gary Melapelas.
Yeah. And then, yes, Danny riding with those loose nuts. Yo, man, I was riding with the loose back tire, I guess, for a while. And I remember even standing up pumping. I was like, man, it's a BMX. Nobody takes these apart. Apparently, they had just taken it apart and never put but it has those little, what are them, tensioners?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm glad I didn't go full Yeti. I didn't go straight Bigfoot. I didn't go Sasquatch on that piece because I was like, I still don't trust it. You know what I mean? Because riding in Chicago, I'm like, yo, if Pookie goes on the sidewalk, I go on the sidewalk. If he goes right here, I'm gonna go right here because I'm like, I don't know these potholes. Because he knows everything, like everything. Everything. You think you're like, did we just come this way? And then you're like, no, we just taking us around this way. I'm like, yo, son, I thought it was a dead end. I'm like, no, man. Like, he really knew how to really get us around Chicago,
everywhere.
Man.
And we found out when on Saturday that the South Side, we were in South Side Chicago where Pookie and Mad Dog live. Apparently, the South Side Chicago Police Department apparently went on strike or something like that. They just had a big old thing at midnight. And so they said that if you shouldn't be out in the streets, don't be out in the streets. And yeah, we were out in the streets with bikes, and it was fun. But we did not see any shooting. We didn't see any bad things. We didn't see nothing at all whatsoever in our whole journey that we were there. at all whatsoever.
We got a show, that private show. Y'all know what we talking about, that private window show. But hey,
but there was nothing.
I heard gunshots, I think. But
the last day.
But it was nothing, man. I was like, just like anywhere, because you go over there and then you tell them you're from Vegas, and then they'll tell you like, oh God, fucking Vegas, like that shit is crazy over there. And it's just like, you think about it, it's like, well, it's just like anywhere. If you know how to navigate, if you know, because when I was there, I was like, the first thing I was looking at, I was like, man, it's easy to do crime here. You run through the houses, you can see in people's backyards. I'm already looking like, as a in the criminal aspect, I have already checked everything out. I'm like, yo, man, this is
do
crazy.
So much stuff out here.
Riding through those neighborhoods at night, just with the Tech 9, just poof. If you know how to cut through these, if you know how the neighborhoods, son,
you can find.
It's dangerous.
It's crazy.
But imagine paintballing through there.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying. But now with real bullets. Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm like, yo, it's a lot of everything, but a lot of history. The buildings.
So much history.
Wow.
And Pookie knew everywhere. Apparently on Saturdays, because we were riding on those cruisers. So Friday we rode on the BMXs 30 plus miles. And then they took us to right here to Working Bikes. Yo, that is the best tourist spot for any bike enthusiast known to mankind.
But they ain't gonna get that tour though. I'll let you know right now. They're not gonna get that tour we got.
That tour, I think the guy's name is Josh. That the manager there, he gave us like the whole tour of the whole building. It's not just one little spot. It's a whole building. And what they do is that they get containers of bikes and they refurbish the bikes and they just fix everything. They fill up another container and then they ship them across the world for countries that don't have transportation. So for people to get bikes and they can have transportation.
But I mean, you can donate your time and you learn. You learn. That's a place to learn everything. But so many bikes to learn from. The tools are, because this is a non-profit, so a lot of this is donation. So we saw how the process works. We got to see the behind the scenes.
Yes.
Tony even left some of his forehead on that.
Oh man,
on that building. Check out that video, yo. It's on our YouTube. It says workingbikes.org.
What is it? I think it's 10
minutes. No, it's like 15, 16, but it's like. It's still
no. I'm saying where I bumped my head. It was 10 minutes and 50 seconds. We're
going out to the roof. Yeah, we're getting out that.
I went right in my head.
Because again, man, we're getting that spiritual tour. He took us all the way, not to the roof, but to the top, where he's showing us the solar panels and explaining how all that process worked and how they were able to make this building and how they're able to continue the whole thing going, man. Because man, you can find anything, and just for anybody, if you're looking for just parts for old stuff. Like I'm sure that you can find it online, but that's a place where you really want to go hands-on.
You want to see all that
and get in there, man, because really gonna see some cool stuff there, man. So that was cool. That was a cool stop that we got, and we were able to see that.
I didn't want to leave, guy. I wanted to stay there longer. I wanted to leave, but it was just we were just so overwhelmed with everything we saw. We're like, wow, like it was so much to take in because it was like bikes stacked on top bikes. Do you have pictures of the bikes?
I think it's Skip, man. Skip's another big dude. Like he's my size.
That's all the pictures of all of us, just hanging out, rolling. We went over there and Chicago. It was just dope, man. There's nothing bad that I can say about the trip that we had out there in Chicago. It was an amazing
We almost
trip.
saw a fight, almost.
Which one?
When we were rolling through, and there was like some at some bar. They're just yelling at each other. But I was like, nobody took that swing. I wanted to see a Chicago fight. I wanted to see if they know how to do that liver and what you know about that, son? You don't want none of them hands. But I didn't see none of that stuff.
No,
but it was good, real good.
Wrigley's Field. We went to see Wrigley's Field.
As a Dodgers fan, so much pleasure getting to. Nah, man, it was beautiful. I even brought the Coyotes out, made history, Chicago history. It's documented. When we was out there, brought the Coyotes out, man.
What happened to the pigs? Oh, wait. Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
A lot of great art, man. But yo, man, I'm telling you, man, Skip's a big dude.
Go back
the way
to that
he rides,
picture.
he really be riding like that all the time, son.
Go back 2 pictures. One more.
Right
that
there.
bike right there, Skip's bike. No, the blue one.
And his other bike too, man.
The blue one.
Yo, he got the flat. He pushed through for a long ass time, especially after we just ate chicken wings.
Yeah,
cool.
that bike right there, that's a long ass bike. And that man rode it like a champ. Like I was like, wow, this guy can ride this thing like crazy.
Yeah, it's a cool bike, man. That's a former bike of the week.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah, and then Skip rode the Friday night with one of his vintage bikes. that he had, and he did get a flat, and he rode. He's like, nah, as long as I get this speed going, the tire will still stay on the rim, and he was rolling. He was rolling.
Hey, right there in the comments it says, I think it's Pookie. It says first thing Danny asked her was where the police car looked like. Cause Danny, you gotta know that stuff when you rode it through another city. Cause I'm like, I don't know this place. It's like I gotta know all this stuff because I gotta be aware of my surroundings,
Yeah. That piece right there, I believe it was like a whole graffiti wall.
Yeah,
we
all
took
that
some
stuff.
sick pictures.
It's actually a crew from Arizona, so that was cool, man. But yeah, a lot of cool shit, man. Right?
A lot of cool pictures, man. We had, we ended up stopping right there. They were doing a
shoot for a brand, the local brand for T-shirts and stuff. And the bean. What you know about the bean?
Did you guys get to see the us singing on the? Yeah, like everybody was
well,
singing.
we got to see it at night during the day, and then this spot was a cool spot, man. It's like a freeway for bikes, which is pretty cool.
I think it was called the 606.
We got to see some cool like apartment-looking houses that like are very expensive. It's just cool to see like how they live
the other world,
fancy. But I'm like, yo, man, just out in the open where you just like everybody can see in your windows. Like y'all freaks like that.
It was just out. We were just out there, man, and we had a good time. And shout outs to Pookie because Pookie had the what is it called, the Rockstar, the Rockstar, the Superstar, which is Aaron's Stilo custom bike. But dude, that guy rode with the trailer.
I don't care what bike he has, he can ride.
That guy can ride.
Yeah, he got Chuck Norris legs.
Yeah,
he can ride.
And for those of you that say that these show bikes don't ride, those show bikes do ride. 100%. We got it documented that they rode close to 50 miles on those bikes.
No parts were switched out. Everything as how you see them, like they rode them, like they really rode them.
They really rode them.
Are nuts.
So there's nothing you can say about those bikes at all, not riding, because it was dope. And that was Pookie and Mad Dog's little house right there. It looks small from the front, but it's a big ass house inside. And yeah, right here we were all at the Chicago Brothers house, at Joel's house, and they gave us, pause that right here. Pause that. So they fed us, gave us a good barbecue. They did it, Chicago style. The house was beautiful. The neighborhood was beautiful. It was green. It was so much green.
But look, you see that's what I'm saying. Like you can see through all the backyards.
Yeah.
The criminal me. I'm over here with the. Like, look, you can see all your neighbors.
You can see all the neighbors right from right behind them. There's just a fence, and then there's the backyard and another fence.
My God, you don't know how many conversations I've had on the side of my wall where I'm just like, say something. Like you don't want to see me pacing back and forth in my backyard, being all crazy. Oh, I'm glad I have walls.
But yeah,
man.
so these are the bikes that we rode. Danny and I, when we were on Saturday morning, when we were picking out our bikes in Pookie's basement, because Pookie has a large selection of bikes, and then Pookie came down and he's like, "Wait, what are you guys doing?" And it's like, "Hey man, we're picking out the bikes we're gonna ride." So we were gonna ride the same bikes we rode the night before because those were the comfortable bikes for us that we rode. And then Pookie saw, no, the Chicago Brothers brought bikes from their collection to ride. So we were like, what? So we went upstairs, and Danny got to ride that baby blue Hurricane, and then I got to ride the Gringo, the Rough Cycle Gringo, that brown bike. And we were blessed and honored to ride those bikes, and we rode those like a champ. And
yeah, they're real good bikes, man. Real smooth,
really smooth.
Shift, everything was good. It was on point. So I was like, man, I was cool.
And we waited. They cleaned up the bikes and everything for us to ride and everything. So thank you very much for that hospitality. I
wanted to ride some of Pookie's old bikes, but I'm a monster when I ride. Like I have Yeti.
He said, I have Yeti feet.
Legs, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? They're a little bit above the Chuck Norris. They're a little on the Hulk smash, kind of, I guess.
But dude, it was an experience that we were always cherish that experience in Chicago, and and many more to come, because I know that after this show and we show how Chicago was, I'm sure there's going to be other people that would want to go down there to do this ride if they do a 1-year ride thing or something. I'm sure it's going to be great. I know Pookie is considering something about, some Pookie tours. Hopefully it happens, and because that guy knows everything about Chicago and Mad Dog. Oh, shout out to our boy Paulie, because it was his birthday last week. We wanted to show this.
Yeah.
We made a flyer for him, so we wanted to give him a shout out. Because he is our manager to Pedals Up Podcast.
Somewhere.
He's somewhere in the building, but you wanted to give him a shout out. That just came out of nowhere right there. But yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, it was good.
But it was an experience that we can never say more about, because we can just keep talking about Chicago because it was just awesome. And then Pookie riding around with the speaker. The speaker was we needed that speaker because everyone turned, and everybody was lined up on the sidewalk watching us. They never saw the types of bikes that we were riding, and it was a really good experience.
Because we went through everywhere, man. We went through small neighborhoods, we went through parks, we went through
under the ground, under the city.
Yeah, man, really.
The under the city one was dope because it was apparently they don't do.
So okay, right there where that picture is, it's
pause that.
Underneath the behind the water, underneath the buildings, or somewhere like that is. It's like different multiple levels, that city, which is crazy. But we was riding around all that stuff.
Yeah, and you would think that in the city we'll have a lot of homeless people. I barely saw.
I saw some, but
but not as much.
A lot of times too,
as you think.
When I'm riding, again because different bikes, because I almost ate shit a couple times when we were on the BMX, where I'm over here all confident, and then I go to hit the coaster brake, and I'm like, "Yo, son, no coaster!" And I'm real close to the water. So there's a few times where I'm like I don't want to drop either bike or phone or myself in the water. So I'm just I'm trying to focus more on the riding, because some cities don't like you recording because they have a problem. Hey, what's fucking recording, son? You know what I mean? I don't want to get that in the cities because, again, I don't know what the cholos, the gangsters look like in your city. You know what I mean? I'm expecting all East Coast with one pant leg rolled up, all, you know what I mean? Son, but that's all New York, so I don't know how to expect. So when I'm out there, again, I got to respect the streets. I got to respect when you're out in the city, because you can't just be acting a fool yo, son, I'm from Vegas, son, because you get jacked like that. When they're oh, this fool's out of town now, he don't know nobody. What you got in them pockets? And, before you know, no bike, no nothing, you left. So that's another thing, too, is when you're going through these cities, know who you're rolling with. Know your surroundings. Pay attention, man, because people pick up on tourists. Because I know here in Vegas, I work Vegas. I work the nightlife, and I know people take advantage of tourists because they know you're an out-of-towner. So they'll surround you. They'll, straight, what you call them, vultures. They just come around you yo, what's up, son? What's up? What you got? You know what I mean? Before you know, you're yo, what happened to all my shit? Because that's how it happened. Yeah, like that. But I'm I don't know. I don't know if that's how they get down right there. I don't know what the Chicago. I'm looking for graffiti. I'm looking for all the bad stuff. I'm looking for the corners. Because everywhere you go, man, you smell weed. Everywhere you go, you smell weed riding around. But a lot of beautiful scenery, because this part where we got in, I'm sure we're not supposed to say this because the security was not supposed to let us in, but for a tall can.
Oh, no. I'm going to say.
Let it happen.
I'm going to let it happen. So what happened was that we were going over to this Riverwalk thing, right? And then all of a sudden, we were rolled up with 13 of us on the bikes. Woo!
Yeah, he was already giving us this when we're
he's
pulling
no,
up.
He's like, no. And it's oh, man, come on. And it's
pacing back and forth nah, this is already, it's closed. It's closed. Already trying to, we're come on, man, for a beer. And then it just paused
this is
for a beer?
For a beer?
Boom, we saw it was a tall can. All right,
all right, man, hurry up.
Yeah, just let it happen.
Let it happen.
The whole time we were there, I was wow, man, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the beer, honestly.
Yep.
So,
Rudy,
a sandwich.
Rudy said it. I think Rudy said for a beer, it's yeah. So he let us in.
Yes, but we got to ride around. I don't know what that place is called. I don't know. It's a park. It's a river.
The river walk, I think it was called.
The whole time we're riding around, man, I don't know where the hell we was at. Never. I just remember Little Village because I think it said Little Village, and I remember Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
And I remember underground. I remember I could tell you yo, remember we was right there at that one place. I could describe the places, but a lot of beautiful buildings, just the structure, the architecture. The lights. Again, man, a lot of history because they filmed a lot of movies there. Transformers, Batman.
So I've
Riverwalk. It's what that place is called.
I took literally 900 pictures. So I'm gonna, after the show, we were waiting for the show so I can post the pictures, because I don't want to show everything that we got going on the show. Oh, that place right there.
That was cool, man.
Wow, dude, watch me do great things. That place right there was, I guess there's a place that Pookie took us that's all graffitied. It's all graffitied out. And those right there, there's 3 walls. So I'm sitting in between 3 walls. And then there's other ones next to it. So it's just like a row of those.
Yeah, different rooms.
Different rooms. And but this one right here, I had to sit down. There was a chair sitting down, there was a chair in the middle of that. And I was like, I need to sit down in the middle of this and feel it. And I felt it. I said, watch me do great things.
Man, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to wander around Chicago because I love walking at night. I'm a weirdo like that, but I love walking at night. I love the creepiness of the night, what the night brings.
This guy.
Because it's like, when you look at a shark, you're scared of a shark because you're like, oh, it's going to attack. But it's like, nah, man, like a shark's not thinking I'm going to attack. It's just being a shark. So it's the same thing at night. It's just nighttime, son. We make it creepy. We, in our heads, make nighttime like, oh, it's creepy out here. Because, yeah, you do see a different, rare breed. But I'm like, well, that's because you're paying attention to the creepiness of it. But I enjoy walking alleys at night. I enjoy the, what if I get jacked right now? I enjoy walking in that, I don't know why. It's just that fear of just not being in control of me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing. And again, rolling through these cities, again, man, I really enjoyed getting to see everything because we did do a lot of nighttime going through alleys and just hanging out. Got to see the subway with the Chicago. So we got that whole Chicago experience, man. The pizza, the chicken wings, all that stuff, man, and even the hospitality. That's probably like the best thing out of this whole trip that I can take. Is like I don't think like it could have been any better as far as the hospitality, man. Like no negative shit, never talking bad about. It was always good. It was a family thing. That's why I feel comfortable. Like I think they sent us the picture in the message about the fold up bed because I'm a big dude. They're like, man, how the hell did he sleep on? I slept really comfortable, yo, because the thing about my sleep is like when I need sleep, like I know when the body needs to rest, so I rest. But the best feeling is to where you rest, like. And that's where I felt at home, where I was able to really rest comfortable, really close my eyes. So for those few hours that I got sleep, I was able to sleep because I wasn't thinking about like, oh, this bed or this. I was just like, man, we home. Like it felt like home. Like it felt comfortable. Like I was able to take a dump there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was at home, son. Like I was able to do my thing. All that stuff, I don't know. It was just like the whole time we felt at home, and that's what Chicago pretty much I'm taking from is like really their family. It's not a huge scene, and I understand why, because the city is just too big. It's just too much. It's just too. They don't have the streets a lot set up for like how we ride in big groups. There it's more single line. You got to pay attention.
They even got lights. They even got bike lanes with lights.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful for someone who loves to ride. That's why I can see why Pookie loves to ride, and a lot of these guys, Alex, the Chicago bros, like I can see why they love to ride Skip, because Skip's a warrior too, man. Like I said, pushing through with his bike is already like that with the flat tire, the back one, and he's still like, nah, man, I got this. It's like, you got what, son? And it's like, well, no choice at that point, so you got to get home, right? And again, man, crazy dude rolling at night. Again, I enjoy riding at night, but again, who knows the city better than them locals? So we got to really experience Chicago in a real way. And that's cool, man. And that's what we want to do in different cities, is get to experience it in that way. It's not about the what do you call it, the quantity, man. It's the quality of people. We want to really make it more personalized, more like this, you know what I'm saying? Because this was a good one. I'm like, in my head I'm like, oh, this is gonna be hard to top, but like honestly, man, every city gets down this way. A lot of people really get down that way. It's just people opening their homes to us, you know what I'm saying, and really welcoming us. That's where it's at, right?
Yeah, it was dope, because we are like California and Arizona. They always take care of us also. So it's always good. But we've been to when you go somewhere for the first time, it's that experience. It's the first time experience. You're like, like, wow, and then you can go back again and go back again. But that first time experience of anywhere that you go is always an amazing time. But this Chicago trip, it was one for the books. And like we were saying earlier about the Chicago cops, they went on strike, and then they were just telling us not to ride. We're riding around. These guys are riding around like in about $8,000-$10,000 worth of, $15,000-$20,000 worth of bikes out on the street and just riding. And we're riding, and then Pookie was leading the ride. Mad Dog was at the house, and then Mad Dog was like traffic control. Hey, there's action
but you see
going
right there,
on here.
Alex too with the whip, with the
whip.
lock. And because I remember he told me too, he's like, I got a knife if you need one. I was like, yeah, son. So I was like, they know what's up, man. We was rolling with the right guys.
We were rolling with the right guys because Mad Dog was telling him, he's like, hey, there's action over there. So Pookie just took us on another trail. We just thought it was part of the ride, and we found out later on what was going on. He's like, yeah, we took you guys out of all the bad areas. So
yeah, all the small. That's what I'm saying. You knew all the back streets, all the everything, and it couldn't have worked out any better, man. And it was like taking it back to the basics of why we love bike riding. You know what I mean? Because it's just good times, man. And we rode, and that was the thing about it, man. We rode, we hung out. We rode. It was a great fucking weekend, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and we hung out where we wanted to hang out. It's like, because it was only a small group of us, so we were just like, hey, let's stop here, and then we just stop and we chill.
I think more pressure was for them, like trying to. I don't know, like, what do you call it, like, as hosts or whatever, like, but yo, man, like I said, man, like, I'm a cheap date.
I'm a cheap
so
date.
Y'all really impressed me, man.
He puts out easy.
You know what I mean? Y'all want to adopt me. But because I mean, it was an awesome time, man, and really it was super amazing. And again, man, it took it back to the old school days where we was having that conversation of yo, what up with the scams? Remember that? Like, we just talking about old school,
all kinds of old school stuff.
Yeah, it just brought back that memory because it almost felt like a reunion, like we're meeting, but it's like, yo, son, like, yeah. I mean,
because Pookie was a DJ back in the day.
Yeah, so
he was playing all of his music.
And then Rudy too, with his little speaker, and Rudy the whole night too, man, like a G.
One night with that whole night with speaker. We rode with 15 hours. We clocked it as like 15 hours. We were out. And dude, it was just amazing. We couldn't ask for anything
Nobody
more
complained about, like, oh my God, like, hey, all our asses hurt it. The only thing you shift from one cheek to the
you start riding like this
to the top of the crack.
You start riding like this,
to like the chaunch to the other cheek. You just like move it around, son. You're like a licuadora, just all around till you get it right, and you just. And then you stand. You stand when you can. With the red light, you're like, oh. And then when you sit down again, you're like, oh. And then, but you don't want to stop. It's like when you're eating chile. It's just hot. You're sweaty. You're like, but you can't stop. And that's how it was.
And at the end of the ride, I could not get off my bike. I couldn't put my leg right over my leg.
But the next day, you couldn't wait to like, all right.
Yeah.
Again, man, everything was planned out right from when we got there. Because as soon as we got there, just right away, hey, unload. You know what I mean? Like, just let your whatever, and then boom, the bikes was already ready, and that was it. We set it off from there, man.
So that this is like what this is the dream of the show. A dream of us is actually going to different cities and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want us to go and record and doing all that kind of stuff, you can. We're setting up a thing so you guys can reach out to us if you guys want us to go, and we can highlight your ride, highlight your show, highlight your city, and make all of this stuff. Obviously, it takes some money to handle all this kind of stuff, but we can do that.
We'll be kind of opening up a thing where if y'all want to donate to the cause, because like Tony says, man, it is what it is, man. It takes money to do this stuff, and like we only have so much that we can come out of pocket. So any little helps. So if you know what I mean, to keep it going, because I know a lot of y'all really like digging whatever it is, and that's why I said like. The only way we're going to grow is if everyone really, like, all you got to do is share one time. If you can share it twice,
yeah, everybody.
That builds empires 2 by 2, because that's all it is, son. Just two. That's what it is, you know what I mean? 2 by 2. So that's all we need is for people to start sharing. But again, man, it was a beautiful thing. It was amazing.
And, like tonight I'm going to post all the pictures that we had from Chicago. Like I said, I've been waiting for the show to happen. And so tonight, all the pictures will be out. All the videos will be out. Danny made some amazing videos on YouTube. So make sure to check out the YouTube channel, because on YouTube they have the What's in Your Garage for Pookie, with basically what's in your basement for Pookie, what's in your basement and garage for the Chicago Brothers. That's on YouTube right now. Make sure to subscribe and share. And also, Danny's got the Chicago trip, like he's got his version of it. And
yeah, just small little clips, because there's so many stuff out there.
There's so much stuff. So, but there's a lot of video content out there, so you guys can check it out and share it. Share it out, and every little thing helps for for the show to grow and stuff like that. And yeah, Tony had late night vodkas with me, late night snacks, and morning Mexican carnitas to fuel the ride. Yes, we did. Thank you, Mad Dog. Thank you, Mad Dog. Yes, we did.
And then I remember rolling through the street, them hot pedos. Yo, me la comí. I got right behind one. I felt the warm first.
Like,
I was like, yo. I even took my hood off. It's hot, son.
Hot.
And then I ate it.
He's like, who
all
farted?
of it.
I ate it. Ooh.
All of it. Oh, my God. I knew exactly what he had ate. I threw that sweatshirt away because
but it was a good time. It was a good time.
like aliens, just like that face sucker.
Wow. Oh, and when hi Zoe, just want to say hi. Hi Zoe, how are you, Zoe? Just want to say hi. I know you're on here. and then also the other cool thing was that Mad Dog would Pookie will take us on a ride, and then Mad Dog and Pookie will coordinate that Mad Dog will meet us at somewhere with a cooler with the drinks and snacks and everything. We chilled there, and then after that she'll go home, and then she'll meet us somewhere else, and then we'll go. It was well planned how they did it. I mean, we didn't stop at too many bars. We didn't do the whole bar thing. We didn't do the whole brewery thing. We just didn't get, we didn't drink a lot. We had a few beers, but just enough to enjoy the night and have a good time. And nobody was in a bad mood or anything. It was just a great time. So I'm sure that all the other rides they're going to see this, they're going to see what we did, out there, and hopefully we get invited to their city and we get to do the same thing with them. But right now, Chicago was our first time out there, and it was just an amazing time. So thank you guys, all the what'd you call them?
Chicagoans.
Yeah, Chicagoans.
Hey, you guys.
You guys.
You
guys. But it was just a great time. Got to go to the Wrigley Fields and the water, the lake. That still is not a lake. That's a beach.
It says if we smelled our pedos, that we had a good time.
Yes, we did.
In a real way. As weird as that sounds, that's how comfortable you is, yo.
Yeah. But yeah, we had to thank you guys, everyone. Rudy, Joel, Tom, Skip, Pookie, Mad Dog, Pookie's brothers, Alex, all of you guys. Thank you guys very, very much for that trip. And we'll see what other trips we can do. But this next weekend is going to be the Coyotes trip in Arizona. So we're going to have a good time out there in Arizona. We're really excited for the Coyotes and Voodoo Ride for the 2021 out there. It's the 3-day event. So we're going to have a fantastic time. I'm really looking forward to this trip. And, we're going to highlight everything out of it, too. So, we're doing the same thing. So there's the information on it. Friday, it's too far. The Greet and Meet pre-ride hosted by Jake and Oddfellas. Everybody's just going to go ride from there. And then you got the Super Saturday bike show. Thank you, PJ. It's the Super Saturday bike show and raffle and rides. So that's going to be a good thing. Hey, get ready. You guys got to get those bikes shiny. Make sure your tires are on straight. Make sure they're not backwards or anything like that. Make sure all your stuff is nice and shiny and chrome if you have them, or nice and rat-rotted out. I'm bringing my rat rod out because, that's what I got right now. And then Sunday farewell brunch at Rito's. So they got everything all planned out, guys. So, I mean, you can't get any much more than this. So if you say, oh, I didn't know, well, all the information is there. So it's going to be a good time in Chicago. I can't wait to go to this ride
Chicago,
next week. I mean,
I know, right?
Arizona. We're still stuck in the Chicago to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, hang out with all the Phoenix people. It's going to be a great time out there. So thank you very much for inviting us to go to that.
If you have Phoenix, it's cool, man. Like I love Phoenix. I have
It's
a lot.
flat.
I have a lot of history with Phoenix, yo. Like Phoenix is where I found, I guess, another me there. I don't know, because when I left Cali when I was 17, I moved to Arizona. You know what I mean? So
it's flat.
Yeah, it is,
it's
but
flat.
it's good.
It's good ride.
No,
Good
you know,
times.
no. Actually, no, man. Like now that I remember, I'm like, yo, Phoenix they got a lot of good ass hiking, because I did a lot of good ass hiking when I was out in
Danny
Arizona.
likes to hike.
Oh yeah.
Danny loves
Chicago
to
ain't got no mountains, yo. When I went out there, I was like, that's the first thing I was like, whoa, man, ain't no mountain. So, but there's a lot of farms, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of green.
There's a lot of green.
I look at when I'm out, I look at all that stuff, man. Like the trees, like fat ass, like that. It reminds me a lot of like kind of Northern Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like it has that whole feel. But
it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
It was beautiful. So tune in next week, because next week we're going to have a newcomer, a special guy. You got the flyer ready up for him, PJ? Oh, it's on the chat. We sent it last minute. I'm sorry. So hold on, it's coming up in a second. But we got a new friend. His name is Mac. So Mac is a newcomer out to the bike world, and he is really, really excited to be, and he is knowing a lot of people, and he's really humbled about the whole bike life stuff. So he is going to be coming on next week's show. There it is right there. You know, he's Mr. Incognito. We just letting you know right now. He's like, no, I don't do the whole social media thing too much, but his personality and the type of person that he is a very, very genuine person, a really cool person when you guys get to meet him in person. But yeah, right here he's like, yeah, I don't know, but
he's
right
Gemini,
now he's
yo,
a Gemini.
Being a Gemini.
Gemini.
What do you say?
100%. What do you say?
The
Wonder Twins Unite.
Yes, son.
So it's gonna be a good show. You guys don't want to miss him because he is a personality in itself. But he's gonna talk about, you know, basically his experience as a new person coming into the bike world and knowing who he's knowing so far, and getting the love that he's getting, and getting the direction that he is getting on his bikes, because he's got some heat that he has made himself, but he's got a couple of particular bikes that he is building, and he is getting help from a lot of the Vegas locals, and I can't wait to see what he's done. I saw the powder coating guy. Ooh.
Like that?
Ooh.
Like
wow,
that?
yeah, like that. I'm telling you right now, his bikes are gonna come out dope. But he is gonna be one that you guys are gonna be looking out for. Like I said, we want to get a new person perspective on when he's building all these bikes. So that's why we're bringing on Mac for next week.
We know a lot of you guys aren't like, oh, I'm not a show guy, I'm not a build guy. But the thing is, though, man, when you guys get good personalities that can do it that way, that can bring you guys some badass bikes and badass builds, yeah, man, like 100%, like we want to promote that kind of stuff, because, man, that's like new blood. Because, I mean, they might be new to the custom bike scene, I guess, for whatever this is, but they're not new to life. They're not new to the custom world. They're just new to stuff. It's just now to the custom bikes, because again, it's just adjusting the eyes. That's why hanging out with the Chicago brothers, like, I learned a lot, like, because they have a lot of knowledge, man, like, really about the details, like, because when they tell you something, like when they tell me about my bike, like, it's not hate. When I'm taking it in, I'm like, no, man, these guys are really telling you, like, and it's not about like they're trying to make it theirs. It's just they're give you like just a different perspective of like of that level of thinking, where maybe I didn't think of those things because it's new to me. But now that I'm like, yo, this person knows what he's talking about, now I understand when he's telling you something. It's not criticism. It's just more of a, yo, man, putting you up on game, kind of, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I really do appreciate that stuff. And we're able to share with a lot of people. So like you said, Mac is a newcomer that's coming onto the custom scene, but he's bringing a lot to the table, and we're excited for that.
And I saw him, Mac, last night. I rode with Mac last night, and Mac said that the Chicago brothers wow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
those guys are a whole different thing. A whole different thing. And he said to tell you good job on taking the videos
Oh,
and the
thank you.
details and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, it was it was a great show. It was a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in. And sorry for last week, but it is what it is. When you're going live, things happen. But we rolled with it. But this week's show was a great show. You guys got to know a lot about the Chicago ride. We are going to post up more videos and more pictures of the Chicago trip. We will post them on our Pedals Up podcast, Facebook, and on Instagram. We'll be posting on all that kind of stuff. And also the videos will be on YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a great time for you guys to actually see. And it's like, wow, once you guys see everything, you're going to be like, wow, these guys had a great time in Chicago. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. You got anything else to say, Mr.?
No, man. I mean, it was just beautiful. Again, man. I'm taking with me just the hospitality. Like that's really what I do appreciate from it. And we can't thank you guys enough, Chicago people. We can't thank you guys enough because again, man, like you guys really sacrificed your weekend for us. You guys went out of your way to really make us feel at home. And I mean, man, like it was a lot of love, man. It was a lot of love and something that me and Tony are gonna remember forever. And
yes,
we really do appreciate it. And now we just look forward to the next ride, the next event, the next. Because again, man, like there is a lot of good people out here, and I'm excited for Arizona. It's hard for me to think about the next event until really it's that day.
Until that day, yeah.
Yeah, because I again, man, I unplugged from a lot of stuff, and not until I'm there, you know what I mean? But when I'm there, I'm able to really be there, and that's the thing where I'm excited about the next ride, the next event, because again, we'll be able to bring you guys this to be able to document it or just really bring you guys our POV of it. You know what I mean? Not saying that we're anything, but it's just we really do appreciate, when you guys open up your homes to us, your ears to us, your eyes to us, and really spend time with us. And again, man, thank you guys for being with us here on the Pedals Up podcast, man. We really do appreciate everything. And again, man, if you just share it once, it's beautiful. If you can share it twice,
fantastic. Just share the show.
That's all it is, man.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask is to share the show to make it a lot bigger and stuff. And then subscribe to YouTube. That way you get the notifications that what's going on. If Danny posts videos or I post videos or what's going on with Pedals Up Podcast, just subscribe to that so you get all that information and stuff. So and on Facebook also, and just follow us, man. It's a
hey, that was a cool place too. That honeycomb. We didn't talk about it, but that.
Oh yeah, the honeycomb video.
But yeah, it's on the YouTube. But that was a cool place because that was at the zoo, I think. But again, man, we saw a lot. There was so much that we probably left out about the trip.
Click on that one. We'll close it out with that one.
Yeah.
We'll close it out with that one.
But again, man, there's a lot of videos we put out there, and like Tony said, a lot of pictures to really just kind of capture the moments. Because I mean, there's
second row, fourth.
There's only so much that we can really pack in this hour and really
that
just.
One. Yeah, it's only so much we can pack in an hour, but we wanted to show you guys this video real quick before we go out. We'll just close it out with this one. But like we always say over here, if you ain't got a bike, get a bike. Stop being lazy in your goddamn life. And we out. Watch this video.
out there on the road, it ain't no giving up. And when you fall behind, I suggest that you pedal up. I'm doing a Friday night groove with the pedal up. This is bike life music, we all pedal up. We roll out on time, it ain't no holding up. We came to ride, you gon' ride with pedal up. We ain't like them other clubs, some ride with us. It ain't no lacking, jaw jacking, we gon' get it in. You never rode before, pedal up or break 'em in. This is bike life.